Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, I want to share with you the breakdown of how I created this kind of like procedural seaweed. So basically, I'm using sphere chalk, and the nodes looks like this. The one that's responsible is really just line and bevel a curve. So of course, there's also these circles, and the circles have different radius. But if we check everything, I think the one that's really responsible is this line nodes. So let's take a look. We have currently 50 variations of the seaweed, and it goes inside seaweed collections. So anytime I can make changes, like I can have like 12 seaweed or 100 seaweed, I can still just do that, and I can randomize the seed. Let's see, currently the seaweed is being arranged like lines, but I can always zero this out if I want to use it with geometry nodes. And the line the line itself can have different number of points and different size. So this is the minimum and the maximum length of the seaweed. And I have these randomizations. I can zero it out and it's become just like a cylinder. But this cylinder is not just like a normal cylinder, because if we are using it with Bevel A Curve, we can actually resample each and every curve from here. And we also have this circle that we can use other things other than circle to make it more interesting looking. Okay, that's a little bit a little bit messy, but still pretty interesting. If we want to use it with geometry nodes, we can also do that, but for now, let's see. You can also try to use this taper vert with a line. let me try to show you. I think you can just plug this in. Oh, okay. Maybe better off with curve mapper. Actually slightly tricky here. Maybe don't worry about that for now. Anyway, this guy is inside this seaweed collection, so if we want to use this with geometry nodes, we can do that. Just create a plane, create geometry nodes, scatter some points, instance, geometry, collections, seaweed, and this guy we can subdivide. If we are using it with geometry nodes, the seaweed of course become a single object, so it's very efficient. You can smooth the seaweed. This way using boolean, so it's now smoothed. So we have a nice seaweed, or like a cactus, underwater cactus. This density, you can play with density or this random or pause on this. So I think that's really cool effect you can make very quickly. Yeah, I think sphere chalk is still pretty powerful if you are doing like a procedural modeling of this kind of creations. So So if you want to use this with an icosphere, select these objects, Command L, link the modifier. Now we have this. So it's almost like a hair generators. So we can adjust the length of the hair. See, even with just 100 variations of the hair, we cannot tell if they're repeating. So that's really one thing to keep in mind. So I believe that we might, so with the spread chalk nodes, we don't need to separate the, we can keep all the hair. Oh, actually it doesn't matter. So we can see each and every hair strand before it's being instanced by geometry nodes. That should be pretty handy. So it's scattering lots of instances of the object, and then it's merging everything back into a single object. In here also you can always randomize further with the rotations. Randomize. Vector. Doesn't always show up, but you can randomize the rotations. But do this before the point instance. Okay, it's randomizing it, but you need to be careful. Oh yeah, because we lost the normal. Maybe I should randomize the normal. Or I need to use align rotations to vector. Something like that. This one maybe add. Yeah, interesting looking seaweed. So hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.